Breaking news, Activision announces that Call of Duty Warzone will be shutting down later this year. Only current Warzone will be available after. Shutdown date is currently September 21st, 2023. This does not affect MW19, Cold War, or Vanguard. You know, it never fails that anytime I try to make a video about Call of Duty, it just starts off with some negative news. Anyways, I'm not gonna say like I knew this was coming, but I had a pretty good idea they were gonna start taking down some older titles, including Warzone. Because if there's one thing I have learned about the new Activision, Call of Duty, you know, whatever you want, whatever name you want to throw out there nowadays, they have zero accountability for their actions. And rather than, I don't know, maybe saying, yo, investors, yeah, see, listen, we're missing the mark a little bit this year, and you know, we didn't make a good game. We made a very bad game, and we made some poor design choices, and we refused to fix them and give the people what they want. So that's why we're not making as much money. Instead of doing that though, you know, typical Activision, Mr. Bobby Billionaire himself is sitting over there saying, we gotta get rid of something that people might actually play. So here's the thing, guys, I'll be honest with you all, I don't think a lot of people are currently going back to the older Warzone and playing it consistently. You know, some people might hop on for a couple games, make a video or whatever, and then, you know, they're probably back to doing the usual. I just haven't seen a lot of streamers or content creators like consistently making caldera content. And the thing is, if they brought Rebirth back, I feel like people would flood to that game, but obviously they can't be doing that because, you know, they got to inflate the numbers somehow. So I'm not going to sit here and act like it's a total loss and, you know, I'm going to sit and cry in my bedroom at night. But I mean, I do feel for people who spent a lot of money on the game, but also at the same time, I'm kind of like, well, you know, you could have made smart investments with that money, and instead, you were buying worthless bundles. I mean, to be fair, when you purchase something in Call of Duty, you kind of expect it to just lose its value within the next year or two. And listen, I'm not trying to be some big mean guy about it, but I'm telling you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not, that money was never going to go anywhere or last long. Like, you should have known that when you bought it. Again, I know that's probably not going to be a super popular comment, but also I don't really make super popular comments. You know, I kind of just say what's on my mind and how I think. And I mean, if I was like 14 years old and I had, you know, a few $1,000s to my name and I invested it in Call of Duty, this would kind of be my wake-up call to be like, damn, that was stupid. I'll never do that again, you know? Anyways, here's my honest thoughts on the whole situation. It sucks, and you know, I really would just like them to bring back Rebirth for like, you know, give us at least a month on the island, please. But, you know, that's probably pretty doubtful. I don't expect them to do that because, again, it's probably gonna hurt their numbers. So yeah, it sucks, and, you know, I wish the game would stick around, and I honestly wish it would get more popular than Warzone 2, but, you know, these are business people making a business decision at the end of the day. I mean, I wouldn't think there is that big of a player base on the original Warzone still, but what do I know? Maybe there's a large sum of people over there, and if they take that away and force them to play the new game, maybe they buy more bundles. I don't know, man. I'm not saying it's right, and it's not what I want to happen, because obviously Warzone 1 was probably one of my favorite games they've came out with in like the last decade. So I hate the fact that it's happening, but it is, you know, and here's the one thing you just can't argue against. No matter how much you spent in the store, buying bundles, blueprints, whatever, you can't deny that this game is free to play. You know, they're keeping the servers up for MW 2019. If they took those down, we would have a very different conversation right now. But you can't deny the fact that the game was technically free to play, and even though you spent a lot of money, no matter how much you spend, Activision would like more of your money, so, you know, they're gonna do what they gotta do. And also, I see Infinity Ward keep using the phrase, the new era of Warzone. Guys, just stop already, okay? No one's playing, you can take away every game in the history of COD. No one's playing that garbage, alright? And I hate to say this, but they tried really hard to make PUBG 2, you know, with like you can shoot tires out on vehicles and then you have to go repair it in the middle of a gunfight because that sounds fun. And just other bullcrap like adding a backpack, and originally the game didn't have armor satchels. Again, it all goes back to they tried to do something, I don't even want to say innovative, because they literally just tried to rip off PUBG and, you know, title it Warzone 2. And they failed. The game sucks. No one likes it. No one plays it. I mean, it sucks to say this company is full of a bunch of carpet-munching morons, and they just don't know how to make a good game anymore. They really don't. It all comes back to these people take zero accountability for their actions, and rather than fixing their game, they would rather just blame everyone else. You know, man, I am sitting here watching this Rebirth gameplay, and it just sucks, man. Like, this game was so good. They did so many things right. And they did it on accident because all the devs said, you know, the movement wasn't meant to be like that. And just a bunch of mistakes they made people like. But when they try to make a game that the devs enjoy, no one likes it. Imagine that. Anyways, yeah, that's about it for my Call of Duty video of the week. Again, another negative one. One of these days, I'm hoping it's going to be positive, but you know, I'm not getting my hopes up there. As far as gaming news in general, I mean, I'm talking COD, Battlefield, everything. There's just nothing happening. It's the middle of the summer, and I guess, you know, people are going outside, which is awesome. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear people are inside playing garbage games all summer long. I mean, if we were back in the era of COD 4 or Modern Warfare 2, you know, maybe even Black Ops 2 or something, I can understand staying inside a couple days, playing a little bit of video games. But not nowadays, guys. Get out there, live your life, do something, and, yep. That's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it today. I'll catch you all next time. Have a great rest of your day. Later.